professor of mine casually threw out this quote: "You cannot pour the fullness of God's ocean into the teacup of your mind." And with grateful acknowledgement to the writings of A.W. Tozer, let me throw a cup of ocean your way as we take a quick swim through the attributes of God known as the Omnis. Now, Omni itself means all or universal and serves as a prefix to explode the boundaries of our thinking about God. Psalm 139 gives examples of these attributes and also helps us to explore from a human point of view both the upside and the downside of these amazing truths. The psalm begins with omniscience or omniscience, the universal knowledge of God. And it says, "You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely." So God knows everything. Tozer says that God has instant, effortless access to all facts, all knowledge. He never wonders, he never discovers, he's never surprised, he never calculates a math problem. The answer is just there. And unlike Google, God has the wisdom to use that knowledge perfectly. Now, from the human point of view, the upside of omniscience is that God knows everything, and including how we feel and what we need. The downside is that he knows everything. Our thoughts, secrets, grudges, prejudices, everything. And I guess the fascinating thing on all of this is that he knows us completely and seems to love us anyway. Psalm 139 continues by describing the omnipresence or universal nearness of God with questions like, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there." So God is literally everywhere at once, universally next to, like oxygen to humans or water to a fish. He saturates his universe. This also means that he is currently and concurrently in the past, the future, and the present. Tozer says this means we live in a personal universe, and the upside to omnipresence is that I don't have to go find God. He's always there, always available. The downside, of course, is that he's always there. I can't hide from him, and I can't get away from him. He simply invites me to consider his constant presence as evidence of his constant love and affection. Finally, the psalm speaks of God's omnipotency or omnipotence, the unlimited ability and power of God. Psalm 139 does this by referring to God's greatest, most intricate, interwoven, fascinating, complex, and unique creation. Us. It says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." God is universally able. He has limitless power and is the epitome of power under control. He reports to no one as to how he should exercise his power, which means he's also strong enough not to act. The upside to omnipotence is that God can do anything I ask. The downside is, why the heck doesn't he? Why doesn't he do some of the things that seem good and right to me? And here, I really have no answer. When horrible things happen, and they do, all I can do is to lean back on his goodness. In difficult times, I've found this simple act of faith to unleash his consolation, his comfort, his hope. Universal knowledge, universal presence, universal power. These three attributes really articulate a textbook definition of God and render him worthy of all respect, fear, and devotion. But the thing that turns all the downside and dread stuff into joy and relief is that this God is also loving.